Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 19th to the 25th of November 2018. So we are in another Mercury retrograde, this time in the very truthful, honest, bold sign of Sagittarius. So this will take us all the way through to the 7th of December when Mercury turns direct again, but we won't be out of the shadow phase, out of the whole experience, until the 25th of December. So this one's going to take us all the way through the festive period. So Mercury is our processing mind, where we tune into thought forms, process them through the brain, create reality through words and actions. So drawing down from above and bringing into reality the manifester. And Sagittarius shoots its arrow directly at the target. Is a very good sign for research. Loves to go on a big journey, unfettered, unblocked, broad horizons, gather all of the data, and then launch that through broadcast or publishing as a fully rounded story. So on a personal level, this means that we can tune in to thought forms, we can look at topics objectively, we can gather data, we can do the research. There's a great deal of objectivity here. No need to jump to opinion, but to look for the core truth. So a very honest aspect here, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, going back to the core truth, getting rid of all the dross and finding what's universally true at the centre of everything. So a great aspect here all the way through to the end of December to practice objectivity, reason and research. As far as communication goes, this will be very honest, very blunt even, and no doubt after 3 years of intensive Scorpio energy, everything will start to come out to light in the next year. So there's a sense of justice, there's a sense of revelation, and things being brought out and aired and inspected. So it's going to be a very intriguing 2019, especially on the society level. But we begin this week still in the month of Scorpio, but we're right at the end. The sun moves into Sagittarius on Thursday, but we're right at the end of the Scorpio phase. So Scorpio represents life, death and rebirth, and this is very much the rebirth phase now. If you've gone into those dark subconscious waters, if you've dug out everything at the root, if you've brought things to light for inspection, then there's the space that's been cleared and we can step into that with the sun in Sagittarius. But this is raising from base to crown, really. That's what Scorpio calls us to do. And there's a sense of rebirth and renewal, feeling a lot simpler and letting go of a lot of the density of the past, allowing our new selves to step forwards. So well worth on Monday taking a few moments to look back over the last month, over the last year with Jupiter, and over the last 3 years, including the Saturn phase, all in Scorpio. What have you gone in and found out? What have you cleared? What have you dug up and shone the piercing light of the conscious mind on? What have you cleansed? And do you feel lighter? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel elevated in your frequency? By Tuesday, there's a certain alignment that I feel brings it forth our warrior spirit. So what we stand on and for, and where we act upon that, is well within the Sagittarius domain. And like I say, with boldness, courage and honesty, then it's worth feeling into that warrior energy on Tuesday. But most of this week centres around Thursday and Friday, because on Thursday we have Sun moving into Sagittarius. This is warm and expansive, confident and golden energy, and brings a sense of sovereignty and majesty. So we should feel more bright, more expanded, more regal, as we've created the space to grow into. We're ready for a new adventure now. And this is on the eve before Friday, which is the full moon in Gemini. This full moon is at 0 degrees Gemini, so right at the beginning, and it feels a little bit like turning on the Christmas lights. The festivities begin. The Sun and Jupiter are about to meet, which is supposed to be one of the most golden aspects of the year. Once a year the Sun and Jupiter meet, and this time it will be in Sagittarius. So more of that golden majesty, more expanse, more generosity, more courage, all of those energies flooding in Thursday into Friday. And with Mercury retrograde as well in Sagittarius, we've got the opportunity to observe our mind, observe the narrative, the quality of our thoughts. It's time to think bigger now. We've attended to all the detail. Now we can tune into the higher, deeper mind. Wisdom and universal truth become much more accessible. So a very bold and empowered full moon there in Gemini can elevate our mind, tune into deeper thoughts and receive great wisdom. And then by the weekend, another aspect of Sagittarius is humour. So have a look, do you take yourself too seriously? Do you take everything too personally? Have you got used to the lower frequencies, worry, fear, judgment? Because this is a time to lighten up, to brighten up, and to embrace our sense of humour as the Sun meets with Jupiter in this once a year double golden energy. So a very interesting week, going inwards to begin with, releasing everything we don't want to take forwards as a rebirth with Scorpio at the beginning of the week. Then we move into the Sagittarius energy and directly met with the Gemini full moon, clearing that space, expanding into our golden majesty and embracing gratitude, humour and all of the higher vibrational forces. I feel that gong baths are a great energy for Sagittarius, those massive sound waves rippling outwards from the centre, jiggling and releasing energies in our body, making that space. So I am very happy to announce that I have a wonderful astrology and gong bath workshop with Gong Master Mark Swan in Beckenham on the 8th of December. And there's a link to that at the top of my Enchanted Events page on www.astrozo.com. So please do come and check out that link. It's going to be an amazing gong bath right in the middle of all of these energies so that you can shake free and expand your consciousness with the help of the wonderful gongs. Sagittarius is also a sign that's very aligned to astrology, so if you'd like to put your mind to something magnificent, then maybe this is a great time to learn astrology. It's really not that difficult. I've developed a system that makes it quite intuitive and easy to wake up and remember rather than have to learn from the outside. So I am available for my courses, or also in my readings. There's a great deal of teaching that goes along. You end up learning quite a lot about your chart. So if you'd like to come to me for a one-to-one, then you will end up with some astrological knowledge there as well. So please do contact me. My website, astrozo.com, Facebook at astrozo, Instagram at zoehines7, and my Gmail, zoehines7@gmail.com. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.